Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker again?
Before we get into more of this video, so the caption, people like this make me want to ask their parents what exactly they did wrong to make their children turn into this.
We started with he, him, right?
He, him. This is like some sort of a town hall, national convention or something, and like people keep chiming in about, in this environment for me, and this, I don't even know exactly what it is. These are the type of people that make everything no fun. So for example, excuse me, can we keep the chatter down in this whole place? Because I have a, what was it, sensory overload or something? We'll talk about it more, but we'll play the rest of this.
Against name, chapter, pronouns.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Quick point of privilege once again. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
I'm sorry.
It's so that people aren't gonna get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay? Your need to express yourself is important, but your need to express yourself should not trump or
I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these. A lot of disabled comrades and a lot of those who don't know who it is that is having a more difficult time navigating this space. And this space was not created with all of their needs in mind. So it's up to us to modify that space to make sure that everybody is able to move in the ways that they need to move. And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? Because there's all sorts of things. If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? Please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right?
Are you the speaker? Or what? And are they like trapped in there?
You would think.
What kind of event is that?
This is the Beanie Baby event.
My thing is like, you can't like force people to conform to a certain, you're now changing clapping because it's affecting.
That's gonna trigger me! Here's what's strange, like, they're in an auditorium and don't use gendered language. Just don't have a scent. Don't wave that banner. Don't make a noise. Why does the world have to revolve around, let's say, said person who can't stand the noise of whispering or clapping in a room? Why can't you just get the fuck out of the room?
No, exactly.
And like, just go in your little quiet, padded, bubble wrapped room and just call your mommy.
You should have walked in with a heavy scent. Just walk out if you don't like it, right?
Level 10 narcissism, thinking that everyone must bend the knee to your needs.
Because then you interrupt the event and the speakers, and that's why I feel like the speakers are just like, okay, let's make sure we don't make any noise. Like,
is he the speaker? I'm so confused.
And I just thought that was so crazy because I saw it and I was like, wait, this is a real clip.
Yeah, because you think about it, it's an actual like event and conference that happened, and you got people in there that agree with that, people that don't agree, and it's like happening now. So it's like, should we expect that in future events now? Like, are people allowed to just interrupt and say, point of privilege? Yeah, you say that, you automatically have the right to
say the most unfounded, stupid thing ever. Like, if you can't handle clapping, brother, I don't think you should be coming outdoors. Like, you shouldn't.
You had the wrong thing.
You had the wrong thing.
So, yeah, I would just leave. You know, if it bothered me more than twice, more than once, honestly, I would go, but it was twice in this instance, I would just bounce. Like,
people in stressful situations that they don't consent to, right? And there are right-wing infiltrators who are trying to get in here, but it's going to be really traumatic for people if we're not making an affirmative effort to de-escalate each other. Don't really talk to anybody who doesn't have a credential, especially if claim to be from the press.
That was my 2 cents on that. I thought it was crazy that there's like grown men upset about whispering. And I think that's what happens when you start letting people have all these, that's triggering to my anxiety and like all this.
They're not even letting them. It just has to be accepted. Like you have to allow it.
Yeah, everyone just had, oh, sorry, that's the guy that can't handle clapping. Like I remember back in, I think I was in middle school, there was a girl who had like a seizure. And like there's people with real ailments, to seizures, to lights or whatever, shit like that. Now it's strong sense, whispering chatter.
Whispering chatter.
In a lecture hall, that's like you go to Burger King, but you get triggered by fries. Get the fries out of here.
You chose to come to Burger King for lunch.
No, but if I see a ketchup packet, it's gonna trigger me. You go to a concert. You guys are being too loud.
Stop the show. Point of privilege. Like you're not gonna do that.
This one I found, it was a lovely social experiment. I thought you guys would get a kick out of it.
I love social experiments.
Let's see what's happening. Damn. America.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty sad.
So at first glance, like I was picking up what they were putting down, like nobody helps you if you're actually
nobody actually cares.
But then if there's free money, you're gonna take it. But to be fair, all right, you have anxiety and depression, I need someone to talk to. If that was the case, why would you be out in public with a whiteboard that would make your anxiety and or depression worse being out in the middle of the thing?
Is he shooting himself in the foot?
No, you don't, because this is clearly a bit.
You can't really take him serious because you're like, well, no way this is true if you're out here.
I see.
Is that-
Okay. I guess you could think like he mustered up the courage to kind of stand out there, and now I feel bad for you. And I see what you mean though. It's like, yeah, like if I seen something like that, I'm a more like analyzed thinker in a way where I'd be like, no, you don't, because you're standing out here. People that I heard are depressed, like they're in their room and don't want to leave, and they're like, I'd at least try to sell it more. I'd stand there like at least like look depressed.
If someone said, hey, here's $1. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Low commitment.
That's just a waste of time to somebody, but they at least get something out of walking up to the board. They get $1 or whatever. People in this day and age are like too busy with their own stuff. Like they don't want to talk to be someone else's therapist or something.
Look at this. No one with anxiety will be out there holding a sign, and people got lives to live.
That's what I was gonna say. People got stuff to
I
do.
would-
Go confide in someone close to you, not a stranger. People got shit to do.
Yeah, I don't think it was the best social experiment because people could just say, hey, go to a therapist.
Because they have BetterHelp, right? Don't they have services online? I don't know if they cost stuff, but I'm sure if there's
Yeah.
a phone call where you can find a support service.
No one doesn't want free money. It's just sad how not one person talked to him about this depression. I thought it was
Yeah,
like,
that one's hard. I could see both sides of it.
It would have been a better experiment if this side said, I have anxiety and depression. Can you talk to me for $1? Then maybe that would have been a better thing. But
Versus just
$1 for free? Okay, I'll take that.
but it was also like they were fishing for this outcome. Like, do you think they went into this thinking, let's see which one brings more people in?
They were like, "Bet we
yeah.
got our 10 seconds of nobody talking to me. Perfect.
Yep, 10 seconds of 20 people walking by.
Ignoring me.
2 seconds of people taking the dollar bills. We're going viral.
They want people to think there's no hope in the world, like we're going downhill,
No
but
hope.
like this wasn't the best way to do it because you got people like us and in the comments are like, well, if he really had anxiety, he wouldn't be doing that. So I don't think it was a good experiment.
Talk to someone. What have you known to talk to? Chat GTP or whatever?
I was talking to it the other day, and it's fast.
Give me a list of things to do if I'm depressed and have anxiety. I'm sure it'll spit something out.
And on that topic, to be fair, I think most people don't care about like other people. Unless it's your immediate family and you have a close relationship, yeah, they're gonna care about you. But like if I go out and talk to someone, hey man, I'm really struggling, they really don't give a fuck.
And I feel like the times when I needed like an answer or to talk to somebody or if I felt a certain way, I'm not gonna go out in public and try to get that from someone like that I might not
Like-
really trust or I don't know, even want to get their information or whatever, but
Seek help.
I need help.